What's up, everyone? Eddie Mercado here with BloodyElbow.com, and I'm about to speak with the 12-3 Max Payne Griffin ahead of his UFC Fight Night 98 bout against Erick Montano in Mexico City on November 5th. So let's check in with him and see what he's been up to since his last fight and kind of his thoughts on his Octagon debut and find out what he has in store for Mexico City.
What's up?
Mr. Max Griffin, how are you, sir?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing well. Long time no talk.
Yeah.
How have you been?
doing? I'm good.
You're
good.
you're 12-3 now. You got your Octagon debut out of the way, and you are set to travel to Mexico City to take on Erick Montano at UFC Fight Night 98. You ever been to Mexico?
I have. I was in Mexico, in Cancun, about a month before the last one.
Okay, nice.
So, yeah. My connecting flight was in Mexico City, so I just stayed at the airport a little bit, a couple times. But I'm stoked. I want to get in there and fucking fight, man. I want to get in there, man, and show what I got. It sucks to know what you can do and not do anything, So I can't wait to show up, really show why I got signed.
Okay, now you're of course referencing your UFC 202 debut. You took on Colby Covington, a very, very gutsy performance. There was even a moment where you almost had him in a full-on Kimura. Very gutsy performance. What was your kind of thoughts on the overall experience? Not necessarily just the fight, but just the atmosphere and the weigh-ins and just the cameras and the lights and the whole nine.
Honestly, I think I didn't know it was like a dream, honestly. I mean, I've been wanting to be in the UFC since I was a little kid, So to be there and to fight in really like the Super Bowl, I think I didn't realize how big that card was. And, because I'm looking at these next cards and even the previous ones, and compared to that card, I mean, giant.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it was
for granted almost.
It was headlined by Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor 2. I mean, the whole world was watching. It was definitely an epic event. What'd you think of that fight, the main event?
Crazy. That was one of the best fights ever. One of the best top 5 fights ever put on.
Yeah, it was
back and forth. I mean, it was really just like a dream, bro. I mean, even when I got back home, it was like I still didn't even believe it happened. It was like I was in like a higher place. It was like I was in dreamland still when I got back, like a week later.
Okay. Now, what were your thoughts on your performance? How did you actually feel inside of the cage?
Shitty, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I froze up. I felt fine coming in, felt fine warming up. But when I was out there, it's like it was third person almost. It was like I remember being against the cage, and it's like I was looking at myself. It's like I was watching it happen. It's so hard to explain. I think I was such in like a dream. It didn't seem real, even when he was, in the blue corner, it was like euphoric almost. It wasn't real. It's so hard to explain, man.
Okay.
My mind was I felt fine, but like I said, I mean, if I didn't do shit right, didn't follow the game plan, I didn't fight how I fight, I didn't do anything, not one thing right. So to me, it is what it is, but it's your mind, man. I mean, I've been training for 30 years of my life. I didn't, I didn't do not one thing right, so your mind has to be right. And I honestly can't wait to show the world why I got signed.
I think you're being a little hard. I think you're being a little hard on yourself. I think you definitely did a lot of things right in that fight. And I mean, what was your biggest takeaway, would you say, from the whole experience?
It's no joke. The UFC's no joke. I mean, I fought former UFC guys, and just, destroyed the guys. You know what I mean? it's just different. I mean, at this level, everyone is so good. Everyone's like me. Everyone is like the best at what they do. And, you have game plans for a reason. You have things to do for a reason. And everyone's so elite. It's who makes the mistake, who didn't do what they were not supposed to do, who did what they were not supposed to do. That's major. That at that level, everyone's so even.
Yeah.
Say I would have caught him early and knocked him out. What, he can't fight anymore? It really makes you realize how close the game is. And I've never lost. I mean, I may have a split. My two losses were split decisions.
Right.
First one I won. It was just a bad call. The last one, it was against Chidi Nokajawani, and I lost a close fight. You know what I mean? It's a split, though. A split's a split.
It was debatable.
But
right.
I've never been beaten in my life. So to me, it's like, hold on. Like, it was big, man. I'm not gonna lie, I was depressed and, like, I was going through it, man. But, I'm in the UFC, man. It's a blessing. It's an honor. And like I said, I can't wait. I can't wait to just be me and just I can't wait.
Okay.
Because I'm going to realize,
Now, at no point did you quit in the fight. Like, anytime you had a moment to come forward, you did. And the ref called it in the third. Now, what do you think it was a good stoppage?
I was still conscious. I wasn't going to quit.
Right.
I was stuck. He had me in a good position, holding my hand. I was, like, pinned behind my back. And he was in a great position. I don't think he would have knocked me out. But, I was fucked up. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair.
It is what it is. I'm not going to argue with it. But, honestly, I hope he does well. Kobe, he's a good fighter, and I hope he does well. Because I want to fucking fight him again, man. I want to fight, and I really do.
Okay,
really
now
do.
afterwards...
I want him to be successful so we could meet again one day.
Okay, now afterwards, he kind of said something to you afterwards. What exactly did he say to you?
I don't know. He was talking shit. He's a dickhead. He is.
Okay.
We knew that coming in, and there's no respect there. And that's why I want him again.
You think...
Like I said, he's a good fighter. Everyone has their own attitudes and personalities, and I true in my heart want him to do well. Because down the road, I do want him again. I do.
Okay. Okay, do you think it was a little uncalled for? It's like, the fight's over, it's done with. Why add to it?
Everyone has their own personalities, and people don't like him. Fans don't like him. He's not liked because they know of his attitude and him trying to tell on John Jones. You know what I mean? He's that persona. He's that guy that people don't like, and that's him. He's a good fighter. But he's a dick, and that's him. I'm not mad at him. I don't like him. But,
okay.
I respect he beat me. You have to respect that. He's a beast. You know what I mean? He's good. I'll give him credit for that. But personality-wise, he's a shithead.
Okay, I respect it. Now, on your plate now, Erick Montano, UFC Fight Night 98, heading to Mexico City, Mexico, 7,000 plus feet above sea level. What do you plan on doing while you're there? You got any sights you want to see, or?
No, I'm so focused on fighting. I've been wanting to fight. I don't, I didn't want to do any interviews. I'm letting you do it. You know what I mean?
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
What my takeaway, I just need to be focused on fighting. That's all I care about. I care about, putting him in the ground, and that's it. It's not, even the 202 thing, the media, this and that. Like I said, it was a dream to me. People don't know how big it was. Fans, fighters know. But to me, the media stuff, I was interviewed by, CNBC, and just, it was like a dream. I've wanted it my whole life, so to really have it, I didn't even believe it. People are like, you're in the UFC, and I'm like, I thought it was cool. It was like a dream. I'm sitting there talking to Bisbing, just backstage, and seeing Cerrone and, Rumble talk shit to each other. It's, these people that you look up to, almost idols that you've been looking at your whole life, they're eating cereal next to you. It's like, what the hell? You know what I mean? So
surreal, yeah, it's surreal.
I thought it was, to me, it was like unreal to be signing posters with Rumble and, Rick Story and meeting these guys.
Okay, now, how soon are you headed out to Mexico?
I'm going out Tuesday. I know people say you go out there, way before. There's so much science about elevation and whatnot. You should go out there, a month before. There's calculations. Everyone disagrees. You should be out there for 2 days. You should be out there for 21 days. No, you'd be out there for 4 months. There's so much, not altered, but not even controversial. Just the science is all different. I don't know how it's different, but it is. But I'm prepared for that. I've been going to Lake Tahoe. Is 2 hours away. It's 7,500 elevation to start. Goes up to 10,000, and I've been up there 3 days a week. Lately, I just picked up a hyperbaric chamber last night. I'm sleeping in that shit high up at like 8,000. So it's
okay.
I'm doing whatever I can, to make it work. Get used to it. So we're working on, like I said, I'm sleeping in it. Live high, train low, and I'm sleeping longer now. Like I said, I'm in the chamber. I'm about to start hanging out at home in the daytime now.
Why not?
Playing, you know what I mean? Playing PlayStation in there. I'm trying to get it happening. Really, I'm doing everything I can. This is my life.
Well, let me ask you this. What are your thoughts on Erick Montano? He was the Ultimate Fighter Latin America Season 2 winner. What do you think of this guy?
He's a good fighter. Everyone's good. You can't anyone out. Everyone is so good. No one gets here by mistake, and especially to be, to win the house. He's good. He's great. I don't think he's really spectacular at any one thing. He's good at everything.
Okay.
He's really well rounded. Good grappler, good striker, good cardio. He's tough, but it's perfect. It's a good matchup. Joe Silva got a good matchup. I told him I want to fight, and then a couple days later, hell yeah,
here you are. Okay, now of his 4 losses, they've all been submissions. You think that's the path of least resistance for you here?
It's possible. The thing is, I like about my last fight, how I lost. People don't know what I could do. They don't know what I can do. They think I can't grapple. They think I can't wrestle. They think I can't strike. They think I can't do anything. So I can't wait. I've been stepping my thing up. I've been doing a lot more wrestling, a lot more grappling, a lot more everything. But like I said, my last performance is kind of a blessing for this next fight, because maybe he thinks he could just wrestle me and that. I can't wait. I'm gonna mix it up. Honestly, I'm so blessed to fight this opponent. This guy will fight me. Yeah, he'll bring it to me.
He comes forward.
He's not just gonna try to just hug me and just hold me. You know what I mean? He's gonna try to fight me, and that's what I want. That's what the fans want. They want to fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and if it's fight of the night, then there's a big old fat check waiting on the other side of that too.
Yeah, I don't want to fight. I mean, it's perfect. I like fighting guys that want to fight me. I'm not saying that Colby did it. It's his style. It's a little bit different.
True, very true.
But this guy just wants to move forward and fight. So I love that.
Okay, now you got a prediction? How do you think a finish maybe, or it's going to be just a long war the whole 15 minutes? How do you see it going down?
I'm really not sure. It's when I really don't know what happens. Even when I fight and plan, it's like when I plan things, I took the guy. When I want to knock the guy out, I beat him by this, or I might think it's going to go to decision, and I knock him out in one punch. You never know. But when I'm Max Payne Griffin, and I just let loose and just when I'm comfortable in there and fight, he can lose anyway. Okay.
Now, how's your training camp for this going? Who are you training with?
Beautiful. I've been training with my wrestling coaches a lot more. Coach Grinder. I really actually got back to my roots. My coach Dave Marinoble, man, look him up. He's legend in everything, black belts and everything, world champion, kickboxer, world gold medalist, jiu-jitsu, U.S. jiu-jitsu team, everything you could think of. He's brutal. He's scary. He sucks to train with. And I kind of got away from him. Not on purpose, but, I'm spread so thin. I still work, right? So my time, I do wrestling these days, this and this day, jiu-jitsu this day. So now I've been spending a lot of time with them in Tahoe, and I've been doing a lot of one-on-ones and getting back to my roots.
Okay.
It's what I became, and I was a slaughterhouse for years. People didn't want to fight, so now I'm getting back to that brutal, mean, just business. He's scary. And it's being instilled in me once again, and I can't wait to make him proud.
Okay, Now, after this fight, December 17th, they're heading to Sacktown. I know that's your area. Any chances of getting on that card? It's only about a month after your fight. You lobbying for that?
I want to fight. If I could fight every day, if I'm healthy, I want to fight. Like I said, I was suspended from this last fight. I got a cut right here. I had a cut. They suspended me for 45 days just for cuts. And if I come out this fight clean, I want to fight. People have been asking me, "Hey, you going to get on the Sacramento card?" Before this fight was signed. "Hey, you're going to get on the Sacramento card? You want to get the card?" Honestly, I didn't give a shit where I fought. I was like, I just want to fight.
Okay.
It's not about that to me. It's about I'll fight him in the backyard. I'll fight him in the parking lot. You know what I mean? I don't care. That's my mind. I don't care where it is. I just want to fight. So let's get through this fight. You know what I mean? I'm from Sacramento. Everyone's so pumped. "Oh my God, you need to get in the Sacramento card. Get in the Sacramento card." I didn't want to be like an ass. Like, I don't care. But that's how I feel. It's not about the show for me. It's not about being cool or fans. It's about fighting and winning, and that's all I care about. Losing for me, that doesn't mean you suck. That doesn't mean
for sure
someone's gonna lose. Like I said, I've never lost. So to me, to lose, it makes me look at people that have lost different. It really does. Like it's just that mistake. Does Hendo suck because he lost?
Oh, no.
He's a legend.
Oh, no.
Right? But like losing doesn't ruin you. It's coming back.
Yeah. So what? You got any shout outs or people you want to say thank you to? Any sponsors or anything?
Man, I really want to say thank God, man, for putting me in this position. My family. It's been a long road, but it's just beginning. I got so many fans, so many new fans, supporters, friends, the world, my son, it's just a blessing. My coaches, my gyms, they still love me, and I still talk to my people, and one of the guys from Sacramento that hasn't forgot his roots. I'm not putting people on blast or nothing, but I've had a tough road, and even out here, I'm the people's champ out here. I've always been true. I don't talk shit. I've had a tough road, and I haven't wavered from that. I haven't sold out, or, I'm true. So people from other gyms, people from other camps, people I don't know, they feel like I'm fighting for them. I'm like fighting for the little guys.
Okay.
And I appreciate all you guys that still believe in me. Some people turn like, "Oh, he lost." Well, it's all good.
Good riddance to them, right? Hey, sometimes the trash takes itself out, right?
It does, and I wasn't worried about it anyway, right? I would be in Mexico. I don't know where you're gonna be.
Absolutely.
It wouldn't bother me.
Well,
but, I love the support.
Tell us how we can follow you on your journey. Give us your social media platforms.
Man, hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, everything. Max Payne MMA. My website, maxpaynemma.com. I'm coming. And it's like I said, it's just the beginning. It's an honor to be in my position. I'm in the UFC, for God's sakes. It's like, it's real now. At first it wasn't, but I'm here. And it's an honor, man. It's unreal. I appreciate it, and I love all you guys, man. Thanks, Eddie, from Bloody Elbow. Always been cool, and it's an honor, man.
Awesome. Well, Max Griffin, thank you so much for taking out the time. UFC Fight Night 98 in Mexico, taking on Erick Montano. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you, man. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. You have a good one.
You too, bro.
So there you have it. Max Payne Griffin set to take on Erick Montano at UFC Fight Night 98 in Mexico City. Go check it out on November 5th. In the meantime, you can read me on bloodyelbow.com. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheEddieMercado. And go be a good person.